Coming up on 824, the UNM Cancer Center is home to one of the nation's most respected breast cancer teams, and it's the only multifaceted and comprehensive team here in New Mexico. This morning, we're talking with one of only 2 breast fellowship trained surgeons who is at the program. They're talking about what they're doing there, how it affects patients. Dr. Stephanie Fine is here with us. Good morning, Dr. Fine. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Lovely to be here. Thank you.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about this. So UNM has 2 breast fellowship trained surgeons, the only place in the state to have 2 of those. What does it actually mean?
A breast fellowship trained surgeon means that we've done some extra training beyond our surgical training to really get the big picture of how breast cancer can be incorporated or treated in a modern way. And by modern way, I mean a multidisciplinary, multifaceted way where we take a whole team of people. We're not just looking at the surgical aspect anymore. 10 years ago, a patient might have gone into an office, had a lump, and they saw a surgeon first. And maybe the surgeon did something that was appropriate, maybe inappropriate, maybe they sent him to an oncologist, maybe they didn't. Nowadays, that patient will get the whole team involved from the beginning, and that's the key distinction. So that from the beginning, we have an idea of this is the best pathway for that patient, and we're gonna take into account that patient's unique tumor biology and how they're best going to benefit from today's technology.
Okay, so I take it that goes to improve the treatment that the patient gets, and then what happens after the treatment is done in life post-cancer.
Exactly. The follow-up, we may be involved in genetic testing that patient. They may have indications for that. They may have indications for getting their chemotherapy up front so that they can save their breast rather than requiring a mastectomy. We do try to do a lot of breast conservation surgery now rather than mastectomy because, in fact, and a lot of people don't know this, you do not have a better survival rate with a mastectomy than you do with breast conservation. No, you don't. And that has been proven in a variety of huge studies over decades.
So let's talk about this team. Obviously, there's a surgeon on it. Who else? What other kinds of doctors and specialists would be involved in it?
There's a medical oncologist who's very important in helping to decide any medical or chemotherapy. And when I say chemotherapy, we might even be just talking about a pill. So people automatically get a little anxious when you say the word chemotherapy.
Right.
There's the radiologist, there's the pathologist. Those 2 are kind of behind the scenes. They may not even be aware of the activity on that end. There's a radiation oncologist, that's the radiation doctor who will be involved in deciding whether or not they need radiation. And if someone does decide to save their breast, yes, likely they will need radiation. I don't know if you've seen the Joan London story, but she is getting the pre-op chemotherapy so that she can save her breast, and she will need a lumpectomy and radiation for that treatment, in addition to whatever other therapy they deem appropriate for her case.
Is this something that other hospitals, other medical centers, and research universities across the country are looking at and saying, wow, this is great, this works, we need to model our programs after UNM?
Well, this is a national standard now. All of the top universities and academic programs will have this multidisciplinary approach to breast cancer. It is filtering down to community hospitals, in some ways faster, and other locations maybe a little bit slower depending on their resources, and frankly more rural, hospitals and communities may have difficulty achieving that.
Yeah, because I think it's been talked about a lot that unfortunately there's a difference of care whether you're in a major city where you have a research hospital and a research institution as opposed to living somewhere out in the country where maybe it is just a community hospital, something of that nature. So
some of the other, and I just want to mention, some of the other members of the team, again, that might be kind of out of sight for the patient is the breast cancer genetic counselor. We also have social workers who specialize in getting resources to that patient so that they can get to their appointments. We have some other people working behind the scenes to facilitate entry in kind of the journey, through this difficult time.
And we've talked about it. We had another one of your experts from UNM Cancer Center on the other day. We seem to have just an incredible amount of talented doctors, surgeons, radiologists, you name it, here at UNM. How are they able to get all those?
I think the departments inspire a sense of we're a team, we're here to really help a state in need. I mean, frankly, we are a state in need of specialized doctors. Many specialized doctors come and then they leave in a couple of years because they just don't get New Mexico, for whatever reason. So I'm here to stay. The people that I work with, I'm fairly sure, are here to stay. We have a sense of commitment, and I think that translates throughout the whole cancer center environment.
Sure. You're local. You're born and
Exactly. I
raised
grew up
here,
in
so this is
Tuskegee.
coming home for you.
It is.
Okay. Well, we're sure glad you're here. Thank you for all the work you're doing out there. If you want to find out more about the team, you can head to our website at krqe.com.
And I want to mention one more thing. Women who are underinsured and underserved and who need a free mammogram, there is a service involved that they can get that through the New Mexico Department of Health. It's called the National Breast and Cervical Cancer Early Detection Program. Would you like a phone number? Well, please post that on your website.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Say it one time here, real slow.
841-5860. That is the Department of Health. They can give you a location in which you can obtain your free mammogram or pap smear.
Okay. You don't need insurance. No money.
Exactly. In fact, it's required that you are underinsured to have this service.
Okay, that's an awesome program. Once again, I'll tweet this out in just a second, but it's 505-841-5860. That's for free mammograms and pap smears. At what age should women start?
And the toll-free number, 877-852-2582.
Okay.
Start at age 40.
Age 40? Okay.
Correct.
Dr. Fine, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very
Thanks
much.
for what you do.
My
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
I'll tweet that out in just a second. Again, more at krqe.com. Click on links. It's 8:30 right now, and we